This is the work of Robert Motherwell. He is an American painter born in 1915. He was the founding figure of the abstract expressionism movement in America. And in 1949, he helped popularize the phrase, the New York School. To describe the movement, he helped build, along with artists like Jackson Pollock and Mark Rothko. Before he started painting, he was actually a philosophy major in the University of Stanford. I think that foundation is what he built his career on. I think it was very important for his artistic development. So this painting is called Open Number 37 in orange with charcoal line, made in 1968. So when Motherwell was 53, he made this painting, and it's very large and very orange, measuring at 88 to 122 inches. It spans across the wall as soon as you enter. You cannot miss it. Motherwell used polymer paint and charcoal on canvas. What you see is a field of deep saturated orange, interrupted by a single incomplete rectangle drawn in black charcoal. There are only 3 sides to the shape, with the top left open. Motherwell made this in his studio in the Upper East Side of Manhattan at the time when New York was a central hub for artists in the world. The origin of this painting and the entire Open series was actually an accident. While listening to the lyric Suit by composer Alban Berg, which you're hearing play, it's a song called Largo Desolato, he was really moved by and inspired by this music. Yeah, so the background story is that Motherwell noticed a small canvas leaning against a larger one. Something about the proportions caught his eye. He picked up a piece of charcoal and traced the outline of the small canvas onto the large one as they were leaning against each other. That simple, unplanned gesture became the beginning of a series. Motherwell said that the shape began as a door in his mind. Then it became a window. He was inspired by the adobe houses of Spain. Typically, they are an amber orange washed wall with simple rectangular windows or doorways cut into the architecture. It's very simple, but there's something compelling that invites you to take a look inside the structure. He was also deeply influenced by the philosopher Martin Heidegger, who wrote about openness, the idea of simply being present within a space. That is exactly where the title comes from. The word open is not just descriptive. He intentionally left the window incomplete to invite the viewers to see its openness. It's like you can step into the painting. You know, the orange is not flat. It's really a surprise, because the first time I saw it was in September of last year. I saw this large orange painting as I entered. It was a complete surprise. I wasn't expecting to see it at the gallery that day. But the longer I sat and stared at it, it's almost like the canvas had an underlying darker tone to it. So the orange is almost like a wash over this darker painting, because as you look at it longer, you can see there's green dark streaks of something in the back. I'm not sure if it was intentional. Well, of course it was, but I'm not sure if he covered up an existing painting, because I couldn't actually find any research or proof that there was a painting before he drenched it in orange. It gives the painting depth and warmth, I think. And if you stand and stare at it long enough, something else happens. So the orange that you're seeing, it's so vibrant and so saturated that your retina cones actually become tired and you start seeing blue. Some research, it's called the negative aftermath effect. It's typically associated with an optical illusion. to basically, it plays tricks on your brain and your eye thinks that it's seeing shades of blue or purple, which is on the opposite end of the color wheel. And the orange, it gives new depth and a new perspective to the painting that is so unexpected. The open top of the rectangle feels unresolved. It made me think of crossroads. So those moments in life where every decision doesn't feel wrong, but it's not right. The shape, in a way, it's also a way out of the rectangle. It is entirely up to you, the viewer, to define and understand the shape's importance, which I think is the entry point of the abstract movement. It does not dictate to the audience what to feel directly, but more imposes a feeling or triggers an emotional response that then can be up for the interpretation of the viewer. I like this work because it makes a statement. The moment you walk in, it's there. It's really big and really orange, and I'm not sure. It's just something so compelling about it. The warm and enveloping orange, like, it doesn't let you get comfortable, but it's also asking you to look at it longer. They placed the benches at the gallery facing it, and the bench is really comfortable. And you could just sit there for hours and enjoy the painting. What I admire most is how much Motherwell trusted simplicity. A vast orange field with 3 lines of charcoal, and somehow that is enough to hold an entire philosophy about presence, about openness, about the space between where you are and where you might end up going. Robert Motherwell made over 100 of these, and I think he was still trying to answer the same question every time. And that's what I really like about it. It's very simple, but there's a lot to uncover there.